Now, I rarely talk about cocktail mixers, and for good reason. However, this time I found something interesting in the store that I wanted to give a good, honest review to. What I found were these. These are Taffers Mixologist fine cocktail mixtures. Now, many of you may not know this, and most of you probably won't. When I got started making videos and sharing recipes online, some of the ones that were the most popular were recreations of bar rescue drinks. I wouldn't say bar rescue is what got me into this, because I was definitely interested in liquor way before that, but it was definitely another interesting concept for me to try different drink flavors and everything. Jon Taffer is not a mixologist. However, he's associated with mixology quite often because of the TV show Bar Rescue, and because of that, he launched just recently this new group of cocktail mixes. I don't typically like cocktail mixes. I'm okay with Bloody Mary mixes. That's okay. What I have picked up at the store was the Bloody Mary mix, and this is the Margarita mix. I also saw a couple other ones there that I didn't grab. There's a pina colada one, I believe there's a mojito, and there's also a skinny margarita version as well. Those are all different kinds. Today, for this review video, as I'm switching it up a little bit, I'm going to try these two. Now, for today's purposes, I'm going to use the recipes that are provided on the back, just because most people are going to be doing it that way. If you're not real familiar with cocktails and everything, each one has a different recipe on the back of how to do it, and I'm going to try it, give my honest opinion, and when I say honest, I mean it. This is a non-ad. No one's paying me to do this. I just thought it would be interesting, and being that this is being advertised heavily on Facebook now, many of you may have seen it, kind of wonder what it is, how it tastes. So we are going to find out today. I'm going to start with this spicy Bloody Mary mix. This is a 32-ounce bottle. Each serving calls for 3.5 ounces of it. So you're talking like 9 or 10 cocktails you're going to get out of this. And that's not too bad, because these are like under $5. So when you consider that, you know, it's kind of a decent price. There's a nice little blend of spices in there, Worcestershire sauce, vinegar. There's even anchovies in here. Yeah, seriously. So we'll see how it all pans out. I'm going to go with what is recommended here. Mixing tin, large ice, shake vigorously, strain over fresh ice. So first, what this calls for is to take vodka. I'll start with vodka. I'm going to use some Kettle One here. It doesn't have to be a real expensive vodka, although, you know, it's always a good idea to have a decent vodka. So it's 1.5 ounces of our vodka. And it says to shake well before using. I have not opened it. It did have a little plastic thing on there that I took off earlier, but I have not cracked the seal. So this calls for 3.5 ounces of this Bloody Mary mix. I'll put some ice in there. Let's shake it. Okay, and this calls for a strain over some fresh ice. Will do. As you can see, I have a Collins glass here. And it's not going to quite fill me up. Close. But a little room at the top is good because we're going to put a classic garnish in here. Celery stalk. And a nice little lime wedge on the side, as recommended. Ah, really? Okay, and we have a Bloody Mary. It's definitely spicy. I mean, the label says spicy. There's a very powerful amount of pepper in there. It's not bad. It's not great. The two most prominent flavors, besides of course tomato juice, is horseradish and pepper. It is spicy, but I don't really enjoy spicy things, and yet this doesn't bother me that much. So I can't really say that I'm disappointed with it. It's not too bad. You know, I'm probably going to get some massive heartburn for this later, so you're welcome. I'm taking one for the team here. It's definitely, you know, something that if somebody served this to me at a bar, I'd be okay with it. It wouldn't be the best Bloody Mary I've had in my life, but not bad. I can handle it. So to recap on the Bloody Mary mix, it's very spicy. There's a lot of pepperiness to it. A lot of horseradish flavor as well. It doesn't burn extremely badly. Like, it's not melting my face off. It's not burning my tongue. It's not like, you know, hot sauce. There's a pleasurable burn to it. Overall, it's not bad. Like, I've had other Bloody Mary mixes. I think like the Mrs. T or something it's called. Actually, I enjoy this more. So, for me, even though I don't care much for mixes, it's pretty decent. Would I recommend? Sure, it's got my blessing. Give it a try. The moment of truth, though, for me, is the Margarita mix. Now, I'm very skeptical on Margarita mixes because I've always made them fresh. I've always liked them the traditional way. So when I see this, and I see it's only 44% juice, I get a little bit nervous. Not only that, but it has stevia and monk fruit extracts in it. Something also that makes me a little more on the nervous side because I don't care for stevia. I think the idea was to make it healthier, but that's what the skinny one should be for. So, you know, let's not judge too hard on it right off the bat, but I've always preferred a traditional way, which, by the way, I've made a video of myself doing that, and you should check that out, because making a margarita the right way is not that hard. Alright, let's follow the directions here. We're going to give it a nice shake. Bottle a shake. Start off with tequila. The bottle recommends a 100% blue agave tequila. I will echo that as well. You should definitely be using something that says 100% agave on it. They will advertise that because it is a huge selling point, and it means it should be a better tequila overall. It's going to be 1.5 ounces. I love the smell of tequila. That agave, wonderful smell. Give it one more quick shake. The bottle calls for 2.5 ounces. Just 2. There's a half. I'm going to put a couple medium-sized cubes in there. little crushed up shaker nice. Now this says to strain over fresh ice, which I'm going to do, but I'm just actually going to put it in a cocktail glass with one large ice cube. I'm not going to get, you know, crazy and put a whole bunch of ice into a glass. Actually, there's a little extra in there. Nice, simple margarita. But how does it taste? Now, I like margaritas, so I have expectations on this one. It's better than some of the other mixes I've had in terms of it's not overly sweet. There is a slight aftertaste, which I believe comes from probably the stevia or the monk fruit. You know, that sugar substitute aftertaste you sometimes get with things. That's what I'm getting here. You know, that's a big downside for me. I really, really hate stevia as a sugar substitute. I'm definitely not wasting my Cabo Wabo. Juicing a lime is not hard. Not hard in the least. You cut it in half, you stick it in a citrus juicer, boom, you have fresh lime juice. Making a traditional margarita is so freaking easy that I just cannot get behind something like this. You know, it's not terrible. Like I said, it's better than some of the other ones I've had, but I'm picky on my margaritas. This is not something that I would use traditionally at all. So, here's what we got. It's also a good idea if you wanted to make a daiquiri type drink, you could use a light rum instead of tequila, and you would have kind of like a regular traditional daiquiri as well. Overall, I'm not crazy about it. I wouldn't personally recommend the margarita mix if you want to give it a try. I don't think it's terrible. I think they were trying to do a good thing here by using, you know, cane sugar, by using some monk fruit and some stevia extract, maybe to try and keep it a little on the lighter, healthier side. But it's just not for me. I'm kind of a snob when it comes to my margaritas. Overall, the margarita mix, wouldn't recommend personally. The Bloody Mary mix was pretty solid. I'm okay with that. Those are the two that I bought, and that's my impressions on them. There's some other flavors too if you're interested in trying some out as well. And I'd love to hear your feedback in the comments below. And if you are interested in making some great cocktails at home, you might want to click on the subscribe button down below and the bell icon. That way you get notified when I post some new drink videos. Usually every Friday I try and upload a good one, and sprinkle one here and there other times as well. Until next time, guys, remember that if this idiot can do it, then so can you. Cheers, guys.